I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai Bahasham Ha-Rekah Kodash. Double honors to our apostle elders, which rule great millstone well, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa abba babal. It says in Jeremiah 17 verse 12, a glorious high throne from the beginning is the place of our sanctuary. Yahweh and Yahushai, they ride upon chariots. Alright, Isaiah 19, it says in verse 1, the burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud. That cloud is a chariot, a throne, which is a so-called UFO fit for judgment, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Revelation 19 verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, which is Yahushai. So Yahweh and Yahushai ride upon chariots, and it says, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. Let me get the great white throne. Yep, Revelation 20 verse 11. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. Right, which the devil's going to be cast down into slavery, and his heaven is going to be destroyed, which is America. All right. So going back to Jeremiah 17, I believe I was reading at 12. Verse 13, O Yahweh, the hope of Israel, all that forsake thee shall be ashamed, and they that depart from me shall be written in the earth, because they have forsaken Yahweh, the fountain of living waters, which that is in Baruch 4. Them that leave the way of life shall die. Baruch 4 verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh, which is the Holy Scriptures, and they speak of Yahushai. Yahushai comes in the volume of the book, and the law that endureth forever, which the kingdom of heaven, it being righteous, is going to be because it operates according to Yahweh's commandments that endure forever. All they that keep it, meaning remember it, shall come to life. Yahushai, you remember it because you're going to be brought into that life. The ones that reject it, their meditation is on death, and they're going to be killed or really sacrificed, to fulfill the prophecy. They're going to be put to death because they rejected it. But such as leave it shall die, right? So the ones that leave the truth, leave and forsake the Bible, which is the word of Yahweh, and Yahushua comes in the volume of the Bible by the Holy Spirit. Do you understand that? It says, turn thee, O Jacob, talking about the Israelites, and take hold of it. Read it, embrace it. You have the teachers to teach you so that you could understand it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof. Fulfill your lot, whether you're a male Israelite or a female Israelite. Fulfill your lot, right? Put on therefore as the elect. Be as the elect, right? Live as a citizen of New Jerusalem, that thou mayest be illuminated, which you will get grace, and he'll add more grace to you. All right? But them that leave this shall die. All right? If they go back to Christianity, go back to their vomit, they're going to be destroyed. Right? And go back to worshiping so-called white Jesus, you're going to be destroyed. You were never in the truth, really. All right? But the elect, they've been sealed where no corruption could come in because the Holy Spirit is dwelling within them like living waters. All right? So everything that comes up against the truth, it gets shut down and just, put down. Because those living waters, don't allow no corruption to come in. It says in Jeremiah 17:3, O Yahweh, the hope of Israel, all that forsake thee shall be ashamed, and they that depart from me shall be written in the earth, which they'll die here, because they have forsaken Yahweh, the fountain of living waters. Those living waters are the elect men that he has on the earth prophesying, which were as a tabernacle of power. And you're supposed to come and drink of these living waters and live, if you're an Israelite that believes. Hear me, O Yahweh, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved, for thou art my praise. Behold, they say unto me, where is the word of Yahweh? Let it come now. As for me, I have not hastened from being a pastor to follow thee. Neither have I desired the woeful day. Thou knowest that which came out of my lips was right before thee. Be not a terror unto me. Thou art my hope in the day of evil. And that's what we're believing in this time. All right? That the Lord is not going to be a terror to us, though he terrorizes these people on earth, because he is our hope. We have an expected end. All right? We believe, as it is written, that he's going to deliver us from the judgment that he's going to send on the earth using his son, Yahweh. All right? I want to see that in the NLT. It says, Yahweh, don't terrorize me. You alone are my hope in the day of disaster. See? So the destruction of the wicked, it comes with the salvation of the hopeful, elect. Let them be confounded that persecute me, but let not me be confounded, which us that walk in this truth, we cannot be confounded. It says the elect, the hopeful elect, cannot be deceived. Let them be dismayed because they don't know the truth. But let not me be dismayed. Bring upon them the day of evil and destroy them with double destruction. All right? And that's what we're praying, for him to fulfill that promise that this whore, right, is going to be destroyed, and the heathen, starting with the Edomite, are going to get double. It says in Revelation, it says in Revelation 18:4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, which this is going to be a literal voice out of the chariot. All right, and it's going to be in Hebrew, calling forth his elect, that ye be not partakers of her sins, her is America, and that ye receive not of her plagues, which the Lord's going to plague America with nuclear missiles, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh and his son Yahushai hath remembered her iniquities, because he hears the cry of the prophets. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, which her works are abominations. In the cup which she hath filled to her double, how much she hath glorified herself, which the pride of this place has deceived the Edomite, and lived deliciously because they were rich from the sword. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, and mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh, which is sending his son Yahushua, who judgeth her. Alright, so Yahweh is going to send his son Yahushua, and that judgment is going to be death by fire. But you have the nuclear destruction of America prophesied, and you got the chariot fire dissolving up all the troops in the valley of Jehoshaphat, and that's in 2nd Ezra 13. Alright? So we have a sure word of prophecy, and you would do well if you took heed. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure into the end. Shalom wa abba.